What is up, guys? I calmed the boof down slightly. It's still boofing, but it's not quite not Hulk Hogan. It's not quite Dog the Bounty Hunter vibes. It's all right. It's all right. It's still pretty Lagatha vibing going on here. We're just gonna leave it. But I've got to do a little bit of scheduling before I start my reads today, so you have time to get on the list. But I'm excited about something that I'm planning for next spring, and yeah, hold please. Hold please. We're gonna plan some shit. Do you guys want to plan some shit with me? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. All right, so if we're looking at next spring, oh, Mare Geared, Mare Geared. Okay. Y'all, did you know that on Bealtaina next year on May 1st, there's a full moon? Did you know that? Did you know that? Let's see what day that falls on. Probably not a weekend. We're just going to manifest. It is a weekend. It is a weekend. It is a weekend. Oh, just wait. Oh, just wait. And a full moon. All right, let's see here. You technically can't really give your soul to anybody. So, I mean, just saying. All right. Just got that. Just got that. Comparing the natal charts. Oh, good. I love that. I love that. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. What am I up to? We'll be doing some past life reads today. I needed to get something kind of scheduled out just a little bit before I did that. I had something I needed to get a date to somebody. I'm planning some amazing stuff at the new location next year. And yeah, planning takes planning. You know what I mean? Like big events, cool events take time. But let's just say it involves dolls. Let's just say it involves dolls. Let's just say that not only does it involve dolls, but it involves something fucking epic. What's up, Miss Kathy? How are you? I'm so excited. You guys have no idea. By the way, this is your daily reminder. If you haven't done a cleanse today, you need to. It's Sunday. Do it. All right. So I have Miss Yvonne on my list, and I'm doing a report for her. But let's go ahead and pull this part out. Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys order a report, I will live, well, if I can live, I will be doing a little bit and then pulling it all into a nice written report. A beautiful fancy report. What's up, Miss Yvonne? Hey, Angel, how are you? Well, I'm not releasing that just yet, Cynthia. People be crazy, you know what I mean? People be crazy. What are you guys up to on Sunday? This is early for me to be. I don't know why I scheduled this at 2:30 today. Like, I really, really don't. I really and truly don't. So, yeah, I don't know what my brain was thinking. Why are you going to fight TikTok? What happened? Why are you fighting TikTok? What are we doing? What are we doing? What happened? What happened? What had happened? Let's see. See if it'll let me change it. It won't let me change it. That's bullshit. Oh well. How many plants came home with me yesterday? 14. 14. And I'll probably what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna stay live for about the 30 minutes I need to, and then actually get on this evening and read. So if you guys have tickets, we'll do some now and some later. But they have a whole bunch of plants there on clearance that are herbs that I need. And I'm probably going to go back and get some more today. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. So, yeah. Miss Molly, I just got your order. I'm just saying. I have Zane. Did you not get yours? If you didn't get yours, then I know it's not Zane, but like, will you message me? Hello in Maine. If you guys did not get one, please message me so that way I can get it. Okay. Yeah, will you message me? That way I can get it sent to you. That way I can get it sent to you. Yeah, they have some interesting plants. I don't ever go to that Lowe's. I go to the one up here, like closer to my house, and this one is way in Tulsa. And you guys want to know how I cope? This is my coping mechanism. Are you ready? And then I'll read from Miss Molly. If you resent mine. Okay. I haven't resent yours yet. Rena, I will. I'm glad you said that. I've got a list. Tomorrow and Tuesday are my administrative days. So just know that if y'all are waiting on stuff from me, I'm probably going to bombard you with shit. I'm going to bombard you with shit over the next 2 days. I never go to that Lowe's. My way of coping with shit, not coping. Every now and then I'm like, maybe I want to date. Maybe I want to date. Like, maybe I do want to like be in a relationship. I really don't. Okay, so let me say that. I really don't. But every now and then my heart goes, oh, but you kind of liked it. I mean, so I go buy plants instead. That's how I do. That's how I do that. That's how I do that. Come on now. That's how I do that. Yeah. I mean, I agree. I am looking everywhere for a fang plant. I lost Hank a couple years ago and I need another one and I can't find one and it's making me upset, mad, angry. So a fang plant is a type of succulent and they have these big, broad, kind of like triangle shaped leaves. They're soft like a lamb's ear. They're so pretty. And underneath they have these like fangs that come down. They have these spikes that come down. And yeah. You're not wrong, Morgue Shadows. You're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong. Aw, I wish you had more room for plants too. Yeah, every once in a while I'm like, you know, it would be nice to have someone. And then I'm like, but I really have good friends in my life right now. Like, do I really need a relationship? And then the answer immediately is no. No, it's not. I just am down with the Golden Girls situation. That's what needs to happen. Who all wants to just be Golden Girls? Like, let's just do Golden Girls. Let's do that. That was one of my favorite shows when I was younger. I love that so many of you guys were like, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Miss Molly is next. Let's do Miss Molly. I love that so many of you guys are like, I don't know which one I'd be. I think I am a good mix of Sophia and Rose. Sass is Dorothy. Sass 100% is Dorothy. Everybody used to say I was Blanche, but, and I mean makeup and hair and all that, I'm probably Blanche, but yeah. Did somebody just say you can only get orchids? Dude, that is a talent. Orchids don't like me. Like, I have one and I've had it for years. It won't bloom. Ever. Never. I love that so many of you know immediately what Golden Girl you are. I'm just saying. I know I missed a comment. Hang on. I mean, thank you, Morg. I appreciate that. Yeah. The channeled messages are Wednesday evening. You guys should have got an email for that. Let me tell you what day everything is. Because I need to... Okay. So today is Past Life Reads. Tuesday night is the Where Does Your Talent Lie? I thought that for some reason I had moved them to tonight. And I was like, oh, that can't be a thing. Because I'm doing Past Life Reads tonight. So Where Does Your Talent Lie? If you have a report waiting for the Where Do Your Talents Lie, that will come to you Tuesday. I got bogged down and couldn't get everything done. Mediumship and channeled reads are the 6th. I have all of you guys on that list. Y'all will be done before anything else. On Thursday after Reiki will be just card reads. Like, what do you need to know? Do you know that Friday, bitches, let's talk about Friday. Because if you aren't on your bullshit for Friday, we're gonna have a problem, and you're not getting a gold star. So not only is it the 8/8 Lionsgate portal on Friday, it's a full moon. The full moon is technically really, really early in the morning on the 9th, but you have the full moon energy on the day before and the day after. I'm a big portal person. So this will be some uber mega powerful water. You need to be setting you out some water. You need to be setting your cologne out or your body wash or whatever. You need to be setting your oils out, your cards out, all the fucking things. All the fucking things. I'm just saying. All right, let's get Miss Molly. Let's get Miss Molly. And then Yvonne, gonna get her report started. I think everybody is starting to feel the Lionsgate this year. For those of you guys that don't know what the Lionsgate is, that is a manifestation portal. It is probably the most well-known portal of the year, even though every single month has a portal. Did you guys know that? Anytime there's like a 1/1, 2/2, 4/4, 10/10, all of those days are portals. But the 8/8 portal is like one of the most well-known, if that makes sense. All right, Miss Molly. And I love the fact that they're starting to line up with the full moons. In fact, let's see what the September one is. I'm distracted really easy today. I'm just letting you know. So I'm apologize in advance. Oh, there is a new moon. Oh, no, that's 2026. Hold on. I was like, wait. Y'all. There is also a full moon right before the 9/9 portal. It's on the 7th, so it's missing a day, but you're still going to have that energy. I'm not sorry about it. I'm not sorry about it. I'm not sorry about it. Let's look at next year. I will say that I am excited that Bieltana is on a full moon and on a weekend. So y'all need to clear your calendar for May 1st and 2nd. May 1st is a Friday. May 2nd is a Saturday. Y'all need to clear your calendar, and you need to plan to be in Pennsylvania with me on May 2nd. May 1st and 2nd. May 1st is Bieltana. That'll be Bieltana weekend. Everybody will be celebrating on that Friday and Saturday. And then we're going to plan an event because it's also a full moon. All right, Molly. It's that kind of day, y'all. It's that kind of day. Just, I don't know what to say. May 2nd is your birthday. Happy early birthday, or late birthday and early birthday. How about that? Late birthday for this last year and early birthday for next year. All right, Molly. First of all, Miss Molly, you have a creator soul. You're someone who always manifests in a very, very creative role. And I think that it's been stifled in this life. I think that it's been stifled in the life that you're in right now. And that's why you always feel frustrated. I think that before we get into like why this is affecting you the most, let's talk about that real quick, because the fact that you are in a very creative, your soul is in a very creative loop. I'm going to say it like that. And you've been stifled this time around. I would not be surprised if you have ADHD or ADD, because I have a feeling you create a lot of projects and then get sidetracked. Some of that is you overcoming like some karmic issues with somebody. And the other part is you overcoming a karmic habit with yourself. So the life that's affecting you the most is actually one that's like way in the future. I'm going to say like 900 years from now. Because I keep seeing the number 9, and I imagine that the number 9 is a big thing for you. The reason that I say that it's in the future is that everything I'm seeing, I'm just going to describe to you what I'm seeing. You tend to incarnate as a very powerful female a lot. Like your soul is very feminine, but it's like a dark feminine. So you do a lot of shadow work. You do a lot of learning about yourself. You do a lot of deep dives. I would not be surprised to know that your soul, it has a lot of Pleiadian and Syrian tag marks in it. But this is like so far in the future. Everything is like white and kind of like a sky blue. Everything. Like all of the buildings, all of the walls, like there's no paintings, no decorations. Like everything is white and this kind of sky blue color. And there's a lot of ambient light, and I have a feeling you probably see this in your dreams. Here's what's interesting about how past lives work and how timelines work is that your soul can actually be created like really far in the future, and then your past lives that are all like really far back are the ones that are your future lives. I hope that makes sense. And I think that you're someone that has this type of relationship, soul relationship with your, wow, what the fuck, girl? Okay. That's all I can say. What the fuck? Female is the only way I can describe it. I'm trying to see actual like features and shapes, but the thing is, I see the energy and the shape more than I see anything else. I will say that you have dark hair in this. Like, it is cut really bluntly. Everybody's is cut really bluntly, though, so it must be, like, the style. But it's, like, a super blunt cut across here. But it's, like, super, super dark, rich brown. Not quite black, but, like, that gorgeous, like, chestnutty, super dark mahogany brown. So your hair color, it's like a big genetic thing. And because of your hair color, it assigns you to like certain talents and skills, I guess. Like, and it doesn't matter, like your mom is this, so you're this. Like everybody, their talents and skills manifest in a visual way like this. So you being a very creative person and being somebody that does a lot of abstract thinking, abstract artwork, etc. And I want to say thinking again, because the things I see you creating and the life I'm talking about now are all these multifaceted, like 3D things that float, and they're fucking phenomenally beautiful. Lots of geometry, lots of things sitting like this, lots of angles, lots of circles. Like the circles will sit like this, like lots of angles. I don't know how to explain it, but they're absolutely phenomenal. I know there's not things on the wall. The artwork that you create and the life I'm talking about, they float. Like they float. I wouldn't be surprised if you are obsessed with fractals in your life now. And if you love like sacred geometry and things, like it's almost like this life now is training you for that. I don't feel like there's a lot of lives in between where you are right now and the one that I'm seeing. I think there might be like 2. You've lived a whole bunch up to now, like boom, 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 boom. I also would not be surprised to know that you're like obsessed with like the Renaissance period, like Van Gogh and those kind of artists. I also would not be surprised to know that you're like obsessed with like the Renaissance period, like Van Gogh and those kind of artists. So I soul in a really hardcore way. With you having all of these different things with this creative aspect, your soul, every time you incarnate, you're around very creative people. And I kind of feel like, I almost feel like with this life that you're in right now, you were going down the hallway or whatever, and you just chose a door early. Like you feel this on a deep level. You chose wrong. Like that's what you feel. I don't think that you chose wrong. I think that you're in this life right now, this meat sack as Molly. You didn't choose wrong. You needed the training right now, the emotions, the shadow, all of that deep stuff. You needed that right now to be able to move forward with your artwork. But after this life, after Molly is not Molly anymore and you go on to the next one, I think that there's like a 200-year break in between you right now and your next life. And then in between that one and the one after that is 300 years. And then there's 400 years before your next one. Like you're taking a lot of breaks because you've kind of worn yourself out, like life. So I think that that's also frustrating to you now because the life that you're in right now as Molly is like you're starting this slowdown period. And I think your soul feels that. But the life that I keep seeing, I just keep seeing the same thing over and over and over. And so I'm going to describe it. And hopefully I'll be able to see something else. But it's you. And I'm seeing it from your eyes. And everybody's skin is also like a pale blue white. I don't know. It's like, I don't know how skin is this color, but it's like a pale blue white. And the thing is, I don't think this is an alien thing that I'm seeing. I think that this is the evolution of humanity. But some people are purple. And when I say pale blue or purple, I mean like a really, really pale lavender. Like their skin is, I almost wonder if this isn't a coating, because that's what it seems like is a coating. But anyway, I see you and this, everybody's wearing these like really interesting, like flowing garments. Yours is white and it has a very triangular collar that has a gold pattern right here. Yours is sleeveless. And it's kind of like a straight down thing. Like it's gorgeous. So when they move and these, I want to live then. When they're moving in these clothing and stuff, it doesn't look like you're walking. It literally looks like you're fucking floating. It's really cool. But I really think this is a coating. I think this is a coating because your fingers, everybody's fingers are all very, like I can't see your fingernails. I think this is a coating, a skin coating. But you with the hair floating towards this big art piece that you've created. And I mean, it's like 6-7 foot high. Like it's only 2-3 foot wide, but it's just gorgeous and it's moving and rotating and you're getting an award for it. And I think that a lot of what you're learning right now in this life as Molly is going to translate into this art piece. So all of the trauma, all of the pain, I want to say trauma again, trauma, all of the things you've experienced in this life are going to be in this piece of art in like 900 years. It's almost like a historical, in that life, you're a historical artist. Like you make pieces that people look at the geometry of it, and it's almost like gears. I can't see how old you are. It's so weird. I don't think people are born in the same way that we're born now, because saying the word born seems wrong. And now I'm going to say this life that I'm looking at, this like 900 years from now, you live to be like 200 and something. Like they have extended life so long. And they choose when things are over. I'm just going to say it that way. You choose when things are over. But you literally become one of the most well-known artisans, historical artisans in that time period. And I can't even tell you where this is at, because all I can see is this one room, and I don't understand why I'm seeing just this one room over and over. It's like a big square room, and there's okay, so like this is the room. There's a hallway that goes in this way and a hallway that comes out this way. And everything is that gorgeous blue-white color. And so I see you walking in this way, and that art piece is like right here. So you're walking in, and there's people looking at it, and so on and so forth. And I think that the reason that this popped up of why this is affecting you so much is because of all the damage, all the trauma, all the hurt, all the shadow, like all the things that you've been going through really hardcore right now. And I feel like probably within the last, I'm going to say 5 to 6 years, you feel like life has just been like, bam, like hardcore on the rocks all the time, like waves crashing against you, can't get up kind of feeling. And I know that this is going to suck, but I think that I hope it resonates as well. It's almost like you also feel like you chose this and you have to experience this, even though you're like, fuck, this is stupid, I don't want to do it anymore. Like you feel like you chose this and have to experience this over and over and over and over. I haven't been looking at your comments and stuff, but does this make sense? Does this make sense? I'm just going to ask that way. No. We're not going to do that. Nope. I went ahead and blocked that person. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. You're not going to come in here and be a fucking scammer. You're not going to come in here and say stupid shit. You're not going to come in here and do that. That is literally coming in, and I don't know what the fuck you just thought you were trying to do. But absolutely not. Good. I'm glad that makes sense, Molly. I scrolled up to kind of look for your comments and so on. And yeah, that was so rude. That was so rude. Yeah, that was so rude. Here's what I'm going to say, Molly, because the reason, or let me say it this way. The feeling I get from seeing this art piece that you've created, it's literally like famous in that time period. This art piece that you've created, I would say start looking. If you don't already study sacred geometry, I would start. If you don't already look at fractals and the bubble particles from CERN, I would start. Things like that are going to speak to you in here, and they're going to be calming to you. So that's what I would recommend. If if you don't already kind of surround yourself with geometric things and artwork and so on, if you're a tarot reader or an oracle reader, they have sacred geometry decks. That I have one that is fantastic. I would start surrounding yourself with those things, because I think that that's going to help you navigate through a lot of the trauma that you're trying to work through. I'm glad that this makes sense. I'm like, okay. I always kind of go, oh no, when it's one that's way in the future, because I'm like, I don't know how to explain this. I don't know how to explain this. But I feel like I need to reiterate or repeat that in this that upcoming life, you get to choose when you leave. I don't know why I feel like I need to reiterate that. And it's normal. Everybody does that. Everybody gets to do that. But you live to like 220. You hang around for 220 years. I don't know about that. That's a long time. Like, I'm like, God, that's a long time. That's a long time if you really think about it. The reason that I feel I need to mention that to you, I feel like you've lost a lot of people, and I feel like knowing that in the future you get to choose that, and the people around you get to choose that. Like, I don't see illness. I don't see any of the things that we suffer with now. It's just, yeah, I don't see any of that. And I felt like that was something I needed to point out for you, that was something you needed to know. Right. I feel like 220 is a significant number for you. Not 222, 220, 220. But yeah, I felt like you specifically needed to know that in the future, everybody gets a choice. So you are welcome so much. You are welcome so much. I'm glad that makes sense. I'm glad that makes sense. Like, I feel crazy right now. It's great. Every time I do these, I'm like, I feel crazy. It's fun. It's fun. It's fantastic. It's fun. It's fantastic. So, yeah. All right. I'm going to pull Yvonne's, and then I'm going to get off of here for a little bit. I'll be back on later tonight. I'm going to get off of here for a little bit, and then I'm going to get Yvonne's thing done, and I'll just I'll do another live stream for tonight so y'all will know what time. Let's do, it's 3 o'clock now. What do you guys think? 7:30? 7:30? Or do we stay on now? So yeah. You know, I probably need to schedule a couple of ones this week that are just Q&A for those of you guys that are subscribers. Because a lot of you guys have a lot of things. So. What's up, Jam Jen? All right, let me get Miss Yvonne's and get it written down so I can get her pretty report done. Okay. I would like for you to work. There we go. All right. All right, Yvonne. So with a report, I don't read everything. You get a way more in-depth reading. And a gorgeous little pretty thing. It's so funny. I'm seeing like 2 simultaneously. So, and I hate it when they're showing me simultaneously, because then it's like, wait, I need one that I can see, and then I can look at the other. So just know that your past life report you're going to get, I know you just ordered the one that has like the 1 life, but it's kind of going to be 2, because these 2 are intertwined like this. And you tend to live one of these archetypes over and over. I mean, it's almost like they wind together. all the time. So your soul incarnates very evenly as either a male or female. Like you're very evenly split in it, and you don't like to get that off kilter. Like if you incarnate as a female, then your next life will be male, and you know what I mean. Like you're very, very structured with it. I would bet that in life now, in the meat sack you're in now, you like everything has to be in its place. Even if it's a pile of junk, you're like, nope, that has to go there, and that has to go. Like everything has its specific place, right? The one I saw first was you incarnating a female, and then I saw you incarnating as a male. And these are both like one after the other. So you're Yvonne right now in this life. I think you incarnate as a female first and then the male. And so you being Yvonne right now, your life directly after this will be male. Like your soul is very strict with it. I would not be surprised to know that you have a lot of like Orion, Andromedan and Draconian placements, Orion placements specifically because of how like everything has its place. But the female that I saw of you has this gorgeous, deep, dark, almost black hair, and I see it in braids like this. I'm going to say that this is in, for some reason, I'm just going to say it this way, mid-modern Egypt. Like early 1800s, late 1700s. I keep seeing everything in the early 1800s, like 1805 to 1815. And I don't see your birth in this one. What I see instead is you about 12. So I'm assuming that if you're about 12 in 1805, then, you know, you're born in the late 1700s. Like 1792, 1793. You also tend to incarnate in the same place. So, because I see the female, and then when you pass away, you incarnate as the male almost immediately. In the same place. You're very, very thorough, very like, I don't want to, it's not controlling, it's not overbearing. Like you are very thorough with everything. Like you pay super close attention to every single thing. I keep seeing this one aspect, and it's like a building and the sun is kind of going down, and it's the gorgeous like sandstone blocks or whatever, but there is a long planter, and there's these gorgeous, they look like cannas, but I don't know if cannas grow in Egypt, and they're not cannas, but they look very similar to it. They're very tall, and they have these gorgeous tall yellow and orange flowers on the top, but they're just like so perfectly spaced. And it's like, I'm you standing there watching the sun go down and watching the shadows of them. It's like your favorite thing to do. So in that life, the one that I'm seeing, like you were born to a pretty decently wealthy family, and you married up. Like you married up. It's a really fantastic life, to be honest. Like, is there hard work? Yes. Is there some pain? Yes. But it's a very, very fantastic life in that everything is pretty easy for you in that life. But the male life right after is hard. It's almost like the female life takes on either the good or the pain, you know what I mean? Like take on all the good, and then the male will take on all the bad. Or if you have the male take on all the good, then the female takes on all the bad. It's so interesting how you're so like dualistic like that. I kind of feel like you have this interesting aspect of your soul where like 55% of it is in the female, and then the other 45 is in the male. Like you don't always completely incarnate and on either one. Does that make sense? Like you feel like you're not all there all the time. Like sometimes you feel like you're slipping away, you know, or you're going to fall off the earth or whatever. Like you don't feel like you're all complete. So you're always looking for some aspects to You're always looking for some aspect of yourself that you can't find. I hope that made better sense. Okay, let me write all this down real quick while I'm thinking about it. Because I'm gonna... I hate it when I don't spell things wrong. When I don't spell things wrong, I hate it when I don't spell things right. All right. Now I gotta have to do the other one. That's a hefty one, Yvonne. That's a hefty one, Yvonne. That second part of that was hefty. The second one was hefty. Ooh, did you hear my back pop? Oh, I'm not sorry about that. I'm not sorry about that. I'm not sorry about that. All right. We're gonna do Miss Kelly's real quick. There we go. I'm good, Ginger. How are you? I'm fantastic. How are you? How are you guys? I got you, Lunar Girl. I got you. Kelly W. Yep. I was cooking some bacon earlier and I didn't get to eat before I came up here. I got to eat like a little bit, but not a lot. Yeah, this last month was a lot. It was a lot. I don't really know where July went. I'm not going to lie. I love you right back. Yeah. These will be on YouTube, yes. I'm going to do Kelly's And then I'm going to be back on at 7:30 tonight. For those of you guys that have reports or you order reports, those will be done. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm going to get on and be back on. Try to take your... Oh, made your wallet today, but realized my thread is too long. Gotcha. Aw, thank you, Izzy. Yeah, July just went... You were in a funk in July. Aw. I think a lot of people were. Oh, I'm glad you said that, Bobby. I need to send those to the girls so they can get them all out. I got them done. I just need to send them. I have so much stuff. I'm like, I just need to fucking send shit. One of the things that sucked... It's good and it's bad, I guess. It sucks about me being up there is that I get sidetracked with physical things like fixing shit, painting shit, fixing the plumbing, like all of those things. I get sidetracked with all of that and then traveling and then, oh no, I have to be here and then I have to be here and I have to be here. And I'm not going to lie, like when I go back up in September, I'm probably going to, like after the event on the 20th, I think I'm just going to wander around for a few days. Like every time I've gone up there, I've been on a schedule. I have to be here at this time. I have to be over here at this time. I have to be over here at this time. And it's, I don't know. I hate it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yeah, Brett got to appreciate no water. Brett got to appreciate no water. All right, Miss Kelly. Let me do Miss Kelly, and then I'll be back on at 7:30 to do the rest of them. So, yeah. But, yeah, let me get those sent out to you, Bobby. Let me get those sent out to you. Okay. Oh, Kelly. You have like an overwhelming amount of shit, girl. Okay. Had to get that out of the way. It was in the way. So, thank you, Miss Bobby. The one that's affecting you the most right now is it's a lot of turmoil. Let me just say that. It's a lot of turmoil. So you were born a male in 1630, 1636, excuse me, 1636. I don't know. I feel like it's like very northern tip, like northeastern tip of Spain. And you went from Spain into France like a lot, like this, like a lot. Your whole life was spent going back and forth. This whole life was turmoil. Like you were born to parents that they didn't start off being nomadic, but ended up being nomadic, like being displaced because of plague, being displaced because of, yeah, that was the Hades card, because of bad politics, because of like things going on in those areas. And it was like you kept constantly having to go back and forth and back and forth. And every time like there was a homestead on the Spain side, and every time you would leave and have to go to the French side, I feel like your dad is French and the mom is from Spain. And every time you would go to the France side, you would technically be safe because the dad had like a better, I hate to say it this way, but better family ties over there. So there would be like a safer place for y'all to stay. But because your mom was not French, it was like you had to leave and go back across the border all the time. It was all the time. It was weird. But when you would get back to Spain, it was almost like you had to rebuild that house every single fucking time. And you would go to France for like 4, 5, 6 years, and then you'd have to come back. And then you'd stay there for 4, 5, 6 years and have to come back. So it's like as soon as you started to get everything situated here, you'd have to leave again. It was the weirdest thing. I almost feel like that you were born into a family where mom and dad were almost in a Romeo and Juliet type thing, where the families didn't really like each other. And it was supposed to be something that calmed everything down, but it really didn't. You are the oldest son, and you end up being the only son. Your mom has you and then 3 other boys and then 2 girls. And between the plague, high fevers, and so you lose your youngest sister and the brother right under you to the plague. The next brother, so like there's you, and then this brother ends up passing from the plague, and then the next son down, there's an accident with an ox, and then the next daughter is okay, and the youngest daughter, she loses from the plague. Like your mom starts to really have this really bad depression, downfall that goes with losing all of these children, and kind of mentally checks out a little bit. And you basically help your dad with going back and forth to take care of, you know, family stuff and to take care of her. In this life, you'd end up not ever getting married. Something happens to your dad. You look exactly like your mom. Like you have the gorgeous dark eyes and the dark hair and the darker skin. Something happens to you. I can feel the smoke in my throat and I don't like it. Something happens to your dad when you guys are back in on the Spanish side with the house over there. You guys have only been there a couple of years. And you're about 23 when this happens. Like I said, your mom has been going in this like downward spiral. And she ends up passing away, and I'm just going to say from her own hand because of some herbs. Like she can't handle it anymore, and yeah. So dad you guys are trying to have a small funeral, and I don't understand what happens. It's like I don't know what happens. Your dad he doesn't make it through this event. I just see all these people come in, and I say all these people, there's probably 10. I'm having to be very careful with what I say because I don't want TikTok to flag me, but there's like 10. You end up taking the sister and just running, just leaving and running, and you never see your dad again. But you make it back to the family estate in France, and you two are welcomed back in, but you're treated like pariahs. Like you're not treated very well. Now that your dad's gone, you are technically the heir because you are the only male, but they don't want you to get married, and they actually like stop you from getting married because of they don't want that bloodline to continue, even though it means that bloodline, that name dies out. They don't want that to continue. You only live to be like 32, 33 in this life because of all the stress, because of all of the trauma that goes on and so on. And then when you go back to France and you're there with family, I almost feel like they're putting things in your food. And I would not be surprised to know that in this life as Kelly, you have a problem with food. Like if something tastes slightly wrong or off to you, you're never eating that food. Like you're like, nope. Like let's say that you order a hamburger and you take one bite of it and something in your mind feels wrong, you're not going to touch that hamburger. Like you're going to throw it away, even if it's just one bite taken out of it. I also would not be surprised to know that there are certain foods, there's no reason that you shouldn't like them, but you don't. You know what I mean? Like maybe you love avocados, but you hate guacamole. Does that make sense? It's really interesting. You have an issue with foods in this life because of this. I really feel like they were putting things in your food. And the other thing I'm going to say is this: your younger sister does not live very long after you pass away. And I don't think it was a very nice ending. And I think that there's a lot of anger that your soul still carries from this life. And I don't know what it is. And hopefully you will when I say this next part. There is something in your life as Kelly right now that has pinged this anger. It's brought this back up to the surface. And so you're having these moments of like just intense anger, and you don't know how to handle them. You don't know, like it's such a white hot anger, and you're like, wait, where did that come from? Where did that come from? And it calms down pretty easily, but it hits you so hard that you're like, I don't know what's going on anymore. To be honest, I don't know what to tell you in why this is popping up. I don't know what to tell you in why or how to help fix it. Oh, I hate it when it makes me do the little verification puzzle piece. You don't get it exactly perfect and I would recommend looking into your Akashic records. I really would, because there's a reason that this particular life is popping up with the food issues, and there's a particular reason with it popping up with the anger issues. And I don't know why I keep harping on the food issues or harping on it. It keeps coming up. The food issues keep coming up. I almost wouldn't be surprised to know that you have some kind of stomach issues, like a chronic stomach issue that keeps plaguing you and bothering you. I also would not be surprised to know that you have constant headaches, because while I've been talking about this past life and talking about, how it's affecting you right now, it's almost like a band right here. It only is right here. It's not anywhere else, but it's only when I'm talking about this. Like when I stopped and took a drink, and when I stopped and did this, like, it's fine. It goes away. And as I'm talking about it now, it's going away. So it lets me know it's not mine, but it's just right here. And I don't understand why. Maybe you do. I don't know if you have migraines or vertigo or whatever, but this was a really, really intense, this was an intense life, a really intense life. It was a really intense life. I also think that you have a soft spot for kiddos, and I think that especially ones that are like right at being teenagers, you have brain lesions in MRIs. In those spots, my jaw is about to hit the floor. I can't believe that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes, in those spots. I'm so sorry. Do they know why? Like, is it from a chronic illness? Not yet. They don't know why. Interesting. Interesting. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. For some reason, I feel like it has to do with food, and I don't know why. I keep harping on the food aspect. Like, it keeps popping up. The food aspect keeps popping up. Not that food can cause brain lesions, so please don't think I'm saying that. But sometimes, allergies, epilepsy, all of those things. All of those things can cause those things. So I feel like there's a big, big issue with food. And that may be why this life is coming up. Maybe why that life is coming up. I will make sure that this gets on YouTube for you. I will make sure it gets on YouTube for you. Oh, thank you, Sass. Parasites can too, and they come from food. Not me needing to go do a parasite cleanse. Not me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay then. All right, guys. That was a heavy one, Kelly. We got to lighten it up. That was a heavy one. What the heck? That was a heavy one. I'm going to get off here for a little bit, and I'm going to be back on at 7:30, so you guys still have time to get on my list. Those of you guys that are already on my list, don't stress. Y'all will be first. I love that you said always. Always. Shit, I need to go put my feet in the grass after that one. I feel like we all need to go put our feet in the grass after that one. Maybe I should do the rest of these outside tonight. Oh my God. All right. I will see you guys at 7:30 Central. So you got 4 hours to go put your feet in the grass. You got 4 hours to go put your feet in the grass. So, all right, guys. I love you. See you in just a little bit. I'm definitely going to go detox my brain after this. I love you, Kelly. All right, guys. I'll see you in a little bit.